How's it going, everyone? It's Ben Falcon's Media Corner back again with a brand new video for today. Welcome back to another movie review, aka After I Saw. This time for this new episode for this series is going to be my review on the 2024 action comedy film, and that is The Fall Guy. Directed by David Leitch, the man behind Atomic Blonde, Deadpool 2, Hobbs & Shaw, and Bullet Train, and it stars Ryan Gosling as a stuntman named Colt Seavers, in which he's pretty much like any stuntman will do out there for our entertainment. Like, he gets blown up, shot, crashed, thrown through windows, and dropped from the highest of heights. And now, fresh off from a near career-ending accident, he has to track down a missing action star and also solve this conspiracy involving this missing action star. And while he's doing that, he's also trying to win back the love of his life, which is his ex-girlfriend, played by Emily Blunt, who's also a filmmaker who's making this big action movie that involves her missing action star. So that's pretty much the story of The Fall Guy. Now, I was unaware this movie was based off a TV show because I never knew much about this film going into it, because I went into this film with a fresh, open mind, knowing nothing much about the TV show. And I've done that before with like other movies that were based off TV shows, like the Jump Street films, which I didn't even know they were those films were based off a TV show, as well as with Baywatch, even though, does anyone even remember that movie? Because I sure didn't. But I was still, though, looking forward to this movie because of Ryan Gosling, because when it comes to him as an actor, I think he's just a really fun, charming actor who can do pretty much anything. Like, he can do serious roles like Drive, which is easily my favorite of his movies. And while he does tend to give off some really fun stuff, like of course he did Barbie last year, which he was one of the biggest things that totally stole the whole film for me, because he was just a lot of fun in that film. And he even did that again this year with the Oscars for performing I'm Just Ken, which he totally stole that moment for me as I was watching the Oscars this year. And you also have in the film Emily Blunt, who's one of my favorite actresses. Like, she's given some great stuff in recent years, namely the A Quiet Place movies and most recently Oppenheimer. And you also have some other actors as well in the film, like Aaron Taylor-Johnson and Winston, which they're pretty good actors as well. And when I heard that David Leitch was going to be the man behind the camera for this film, I was really intrigued to see what he was going to do here, because since this film is about stunts and all that, he was actually a stuntman himself. So that was like, this could be interesting here, since he was a stuntman before. And in most recent years, he's made some pretty fun action movies, like those movies I mentioned before that he has directed already. So, yeah, and I did see this film just a couple of days after it came out. Like, I did see this film just the next day after it came out, because I went to see something else first, which I went to see Love Lies Bleeding first. So I went to see this film the next day, and I went to see this on my job for free with a fair amount of people on the screen that I was in. And after watching this whole movie here, I can definitely tell you guys that I definitely had a blast with The Fall Guy. Like, this movie was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was really awesome here, you guys. First off, Ryan Gosling is terrific in the movie as the lead star, and he's just a lot of fun throughout the entirety of this movie. And when it comes to his humor in the film, he just played them off so well done here. And Emily Blunt was also terrific as well, and the chemistry between her and Gosling, I thought, was just a lot of fun here through their connection and their relationship. And everyone else in the film, they were all great and fun for their performances as well. And when it comes to its storytelling, like the storytelling when it involves like the movie making stuff, it is a bit familiar, but it didn't really bother me that much, because there were parts of it that I thought were interesting. However, when it comes to its other plot line, when it involves the whole conspiracy about this whole missing action star stuff, it's the only weak aspect I do have of the film, because there are parts of it that I thought were a bit confusing, and it kind of played out a bit weak as I was watching the movie here. However, this film also pays tribute to stunts in other films, which I thought all that was really well done here, because stunts have been going on for years, and yet they don't get enough credit to this day. They don't get enough credit here. But I liked how this film plays out like a love letter to stunts, because stunts, like as I mentioned before, they've been going on for years, and they're just a lot of fun. And when it comes to its action scenes in the film, they're just immediately a lot of fun. Yeah, they're so stylish in terms of its direction by David Leitch, which I thought he did a really good job directing this film here, for putting a whole lot of hard work into this film, from the amount of stunts and stuff like that. Like, there are some action-packed moments in the movie-making stuff, which they were fun, but there are some, like, outside the movie-making stuff, which I just thought were just immediately a lot of fun throughout the film here. And the film's also what pays as well, since the film's only on for 2 hours and 6 minutes, and it never bothered me that much, because the film just manages to play off so smoothly once it just starts here as well. But overall, in the end, guys, The Fall Guy, I definitely had a lot of fun with this new action comedy film here. And if you're overall a huge fan of the TV show, or you're a fan of like any of the stars like Ryan Gosling or Emily Blunt or the director David Leitch, this will definitely be a good popcorn treat for yourselves here. So that's pretty much all I have to say about The Fall Guy. I'm going to give The Fall Guy 4.5 out of 5. yep, as I mentioned before, this movie was indeed a lot of fun here, and this is definitely another really good movie that's based off a TV show here as well. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching for my AK After I Saw review on The Fall Guy. And let me know what you think of this movie, if you've seen this already or if you just recently checked out this film. Did you have a blast with this, or was it not really a popcorn treat? As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and this has been Fogan's Media Corner signing off.